If you've been thinking about making the move to the Charlotte, North Carolina area, and you're looking for an area that offers walkability and not just a sidewalk through a neighborhood, but real opportunities for going to the coffee shop, dinner, walking around at walking trails, things to do within a community, then you're going to want to stick around for this video because we're going to talk about the Baxter Village community in Fort Mill, South Carolina. We're going to talk about, is this actually worth the price of living in the Baxter Village community? What's it like living here? What are some of the pros and cons? All things about this super cool, walkable community in Fort Mill. So stick around because we're going to jump right in. So what is life like in the Baxter Village community? Well, here's its main core appeal. Baxter Village is one of the few communities in the greater Charlotte area that was really designed as if it's its own small town. At its core, you have the Baxter Village Town Center, which has restaurants, boutiques, coffee shops. You've got pocket parks with walkable trails and sidewalks. Everything right there. So you could, on a Saturday morning, wake up, go get breakfast, hit the trails, all without having to even get in your car while living in the Baxter Village. So if you can picture it in your mind, a community where you have front porches, a very active community from people with strollers pushing their babies around, walking their dogs, a very sidewalk type of community. And by that, I mean, like I said, people walking, activity going on. You have obviously the town center that I mentioned for things to do, places to eat. But if you're coming from a place that has a very car-centric type of community, but you're looking for an area that has that walking, not having to get in your car every single day to get from point A to point B, that's the hook here for the Baxter Village community. It's all super walkable and feels like you're in your own town. And quick intermission, by the way, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to be kept up to date on all things going on in the greater Charlotte area, places to live, places to go, definitely reach out. Also, click the like and subscribe button so you'll be the first to know as we release new videos all the time. I'm Steve Jarrell with the Longleat Group at eXp Realty, based here in the Charlotte area. I'd love to help you in any way, so make sure whether you're looking to move in the next 6 days, 6 months, 6 weeks, all of our information is below. You can actually click the link below as well. If you'd like to jump on a quick Zoom, we can actually get on and talk about all things Charlotte as well. So with all that said, let's jump back in and keep learning about Baxter Village. So a community like Baxter Village doesn't just pop out of thin air. It actually started getting planned in the late 1990s, 1997, 1998, the planning started, and completion obviously went into the 2000s, where there were over 1,500 homes during its completion. Once it was completed, covering over 1,000 acres. What's really cool is just about half of that acreage is actually used for open space, for walking trails, for pocket parks. So it's not just this condensed space with homes everywhere. There is a variety of walkable sidewalks, parks that you can take part in the community and enjoy the green space. In addition to the town center I mentioned, which is the mix-up commercial mixed-use restaurants, places to go and things to do, you also have a community packed with amenities from the community pools. You've got sports, you've got different exercise community rooms, all of this within the Baxter Village community clubhouse, all of it here. So you have that town type feeling with also the community vibe with all of the amenities that you have being a part of the Baxter Village community or homeowner association as well. And while you can technically live pretty well just inside the community for things to do, yes, you do need to venture outside of Baxter Village, outside of Fort Mill. And the nice thing is you are located just minutes from I-77. You're about 25 minutes to get to Uptown, depending on traffic and how, whether it's rush hour, things like that, but a nice straight shot into the Uptown area. And you're right within Fort Mill as well, so lots of things to do in the Fort Mill, South Carolina area, close to Ballantyne. You're really centrally located and have access to roads and the ability to get to where you need to within minutes. So location is key for Baxter Village, both within the community as well as access to whether you work uptown or work Ballantyne or whatever it is you want to do, you can get there. So the location is a huge factor for living in the area, a big positive. We'd also be remiss if we didn't talk about why Baxter Village is so popular, and why a big reason is for people looking to move to the area is the schools. And the Fort Mill schools here that are sown for the Baxter Village area are top-notch. Fort Mill High School, the middle schools, and that's a huge play for the appreciation for buyers in the area. And the reason that the pricing, as we're going to talk next about homes and affordability in Baxter Village, are continuing to appreciate not just the location, not just the amenities and walkability, but also the schools, and really drawing in a lot of the families to the community, which has absolutely played a big factor in the appreciation for the Baxter Village community. So now let's talk about what that means for the homes and the buyer market, seller market for the area. And that starts with, what are the prices in Baxter Village? As you probably can tell by now, the Baxter Village community is designed for convenience, walkability, lifestyle, and the prices have reflected that. And you're looking for the price points somewhere in the 600, 700,000 range as really a starting point for the homes in the community, for the single family homes. And that can go up considerably depending on the home, the size, up to $1 million in the Baxter Village community. But the typical price range is going to be in that mid $600,000, $700,000 range. And that includes the community, the amenities within the HOA. You do have an HOA fee that's included with that as well to take advantage of it. But you do need to know that the price, if you're looking on the budget friendly and we're under $500,000, you're going to struggle to find anything in the community, unless obviously there's different situations, upgrades that need to be done. But that price point, you're looking in the upper mid $600,000 range currently. And as I talked about earlier, the appreciations we've seen in the community has really skyrocketed, especially since the early 2020s and above, which we've seen across the greater Charlotte area, but especially in areas like Baxter Village, Fort Mill, areas where the schools have ranked so highly. So let's hit on the pros and cons, kind of put a bow on living in the Baxter Village community, the bright side and not so bright side of the community. Pros, absolutely, it's the ability to live within a community and not have to necessarily get in your car and go anywhere. Super walkable, things to do, pocket parks, all of those things in the community. A huge plus, and probably the number one reason people are considering the Baxter Village community. Obviously, a pro is the highly rated schools, the appreciation that continues to happen in the community. Also, it's going to be that they nailed the community, nailed it from the sense of it feels like you're in your own town, in a community, in a neighborhood. It's all right there. You've got the town center, and like I said, it feels like your own town within Baxter Village. The cons would be, number one would be just, you do have a higher price point. Is it as high as some other communities in the greater Charlotte area? No, but it's still not for the budget friendly. A con would be that it does continue to get more and more popular around the Fort Mill, around the Baxter Village area. You have a lot of shopping and things within Baxter Village, and even close by the Kingsley Center that you're able to do more high-end shopping and things that are obviously attractive, but it does lead to traffic or congestion. So there are negative trade-offs that come into play of living in an area that is popular. The other trade-offs that you're definitely going to notice as you're driving through the community, number one, you're in a community that doesn't have huge yards, that doesn't have the amount of space you may see in some other areas that, yes, you have backyards and space, but it's definitely designed for a community where the space is really reserved, or the focus is for the central areas, the parks and everything, the community, the walking, the porches. I'm kind of faced towards where the activity is. And as you walk down the streets of Baxter Village, you get that feel as well. And in a community that's been designed and laid out purposefully, there definitely are standards, and the HOA has very clear but strict standards as well for whether it's building requirements, what needs to be done if you're going to make changes, all the things within their covenants that are very clear. But there are standards for the community, which has its pluses definitely for standardization and making sure your values up, and for some the negative of just being held accountable to standards that you may not have thought or really want to keep up with. And Baxter Village may not be a fit for you if you're really anti-HOA. Well, it definitely isn't a fit for you if that's a negative for you. So all of those come into play when you're looking at the pluses and minuses and deciding, is Baxter Village a great fit, the smart fit for you? I hope this overview of Baxter Village and some of our other videos on Fort Mill, the surrounding area, have been helpful for you. And if you have any questions at all, I absolutely love answering questions, having conversations about what it's like living in the area, see if it's the right fit for you. Definitely reach out anytime. I'm Steve Jarrell with the Lawn Leaf Group here at eXp Realty. All of our information is below. Until next time, I'll see you then.